Hi and welcome to the tutorial about how to get this Jarnal program up and going to record our chemistry tutorials. Okay, as you can see right now, I've actually changed the resolution of my screen a little bit. Had some problems converting the video, and so now I'm going to change it into 960 by 720, and it's actually partially an experiment to see if this works also. Okay, cool. So what I'm doing, I'm grabbing the edges of my Jarnal program, which is the one I downloaded off the internet, and I'm just dragging it out so it's now full size of the screen. Okay, Jarnal. Okay, like a journal, but instead of actually being spelled with an O, it's spelled with an A. So you go through and you can Google that. Once you Google it, you can download it. It needs things like Java and things like that as well, so that's all good. Okay. Now, as you can see, the default thing here, it's got some little like 1b5 lines on it, which is all good and wonderful, but we are going to go through, and actually before we do that, let's look at a few of the tools. Right, different size pen tools. Okay, you can go through and you can change the size of the pens using this thing right here, and we get really gigantic, massive pens. All good. Okay, well that's pretty boring if you don't have colours. So those are the pen sizes there. Now the pen sizes work when we've got these pen tools here selected. That's like the normal pen. Whoopsie. Normal. Okay. You've also got a blue pen, and you've also got the red pens. Okay, which is all good. Okay, but you've also got this thing here, which can give you a whole heap of other colour pens too, just by clicking it and going down and looking at your different pen colours. Okay, cool. So that's the pen tools right there. Okay, pens. Okay, that there is the size I saw before, and it's all good. Right, over here we have got highlighters. Okay, so green highlighters. Now the reason why you probably think why this shouldn't be like, okay, that pen tool there can be changed. That highlighter, I should say, can be changed along with this thing here, and you can go through and change the colour of your highlighters also, which is great. Okay, but you've got some basic ones here, yellow and magenta. Cool. And of course once you click there, you go through, and I believe you can just change those as well. Let's just see if that works. Green. Yes, it does. Brilliant. Okay, so pen tools, change the colours. Highlighters, also change those colours, although I don't think you can actually highlight in smaller doses. Let's have a check. No, just brings it back into pen mode again. Cool. So that's it so far. Pens, highlighters, all good. This thing here is a white over. It doesn't actually rub it out, it actually puts white over the top of other things. Okay, if you want to erase things, this little tool right here goes through and it erases the drawings that we've done on it. Notice as soon as the corner touches anything, it's gone. Okay, so the corner of the tool touches the thing, and voila, we have got no more writing left. Okay, now as soon as you take it off, tink, it'll go back into, whoopsie, what did I do there? Anyway, I'll leave that pen thing floating around there until I can work out how to fix it. Anyway, so the eraser, as soon as you take it off, you'll turn back into the previous tool using again, like that whiteout tool. So it's like I'm using a red pen here. Oops, red pen. Cool. I go through it and erase, click. Then as soon as I go again, it's back into there. So be aware of that one. All good. Okay, so what else is there around that's actually useful? Well, there are other really useful things, like here we go. Like these things here. You can go through and look at single pages at a time, which we're doing right now, or you can go through and look at multiple pages. Okay, so if we go through and create lots and lots of pages, you can see lots and lots of pages of your journal all at once, which is great. So you go through and write on other pages. Okay, for example, page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, various things like that. Okay, cool. Back to single page again. Up at the view thing, you may want to go through and go fit width. Click. which means basically, see how it was squeezing before? Now it's expanded the entire thing out until you've now got the width of the paper. But here's the really, really important part. What I'm going to do right now is show you how to actually get this entire tool here. File, new, oopsie, not new. Actually, we'll go new. Okay, here's my brand new window. Cool. We want to put a PDF in the background. Okay, so really important that we realize that this PDF is actually going to form a background of this file. So we go format, paper, background, and I want to get rid of those lines. They're going to look terrible if I go through and have lines all over everything. And then I'm going to apply it to all pages. Okay, cool. Admittedly, there's only one page here at the moment, but it's a good habit to get into, because sometimes you zip down to the next page of your test and voila, it'll be all different. Okay, then I'm going to open a test as a background. Open. Okay, let's go through and find out my exams. Chemistry. External exams, and let's say 2006 90310, and voila, as you see there, we can close this now. We have got the PDF in the background that we can now go through and draw on. Cool. So just like before, you can go through and you can erase stuff that doesn't need to be there anymore. And you can go stuff and add things on while talking about things, and add them on in different colours. Okay, and of course add in highlighters, which are all very useful. And of course highlight in different colours also. Great. Okay, so that's the important parts of Jarnal. Okay, and remember that whiteout tool there does bad stuff, whereas the eraser does good stuff. It keeps the background there. Now, here's the next part. Let's say you've gone through and you've created a beautiful little annotated version of, of this test. For example, I've gone through and I've drawn NH3 there like that. I've gone through and drawn HPO4 HCl, and then I want to go through and save this file as it looks here. Okay, because it's absolutely perfect right now. I want to keep it forever. Okay, what I do is this file, and if I go through and save it, it just gives me the option of saving this Jarnal file, which we're not going to do. What we're going to do instead is file and export to a PDF. Okay, you can export this to a PDF. I'll just do it to the desktop. And now on my desktop, I have got that file there, ready to. I'll just go find it. Here we go. I'll drag it to the screen in a second. Cool. So here I've got my PDF that you saw me creating before, and down the bottom there's my journal version, my annotated version, and that's now an Adobe Acrobat file, so anyone can go around and read it. Cool. Expand out. Where's the view? Zoom to width. Cool. Grab and drag. There we go. Anyway, so there's my drawn on annotated version of my PowerPoint. So I can go through and share it with other people. Okay, I hope I've managed to explain that well enough to use. Remember, Jarnal can be found on the internet by just typing in Jarnal into Google. And and I'm going to leave you with that.